Everybody, can they hear me? They can hear me. Good. All right, guys. This is a really good friend of mine. His name is Mr. Mark Speranza. He's a true ninja. So you guys are very, very lucky. We're the only ones in the country he's teaching for right now. So watch close, participate, follow along. And if you guys let us know at the end, if you let Master Oman know with a thumbs up or whatever, that you guys want to do more of this, he's agreed. He'll do these each week, and you guys can learn directly from a real live ninja. So, all right, Mr. Speranza, it's up to you. They're all yours.
Hey guys, what's going on? Glad to meet and good to meet all of you. I'll give you just a little bit of background on myself, so this way you kind of know that who I am and what I'm all about. I've been training since I was 16 years old. I just turned 65. So that's quite a long time. I was fortunate enough to be able to train in Japan on a number of times with Grandmaster Shoto Tanimura, who is one of only 2 ninja grandmasters in the world. And I was a direct personal student of his for 10 years. So what I'm going to do today is kind of just give you an overview of what I do and what I teach. It is a little bit different than what you guys are probably going to be used to. And this is not meant as any kind of put down or disrespect or anything to what you guys do. It's just, this is the way I've been taught and this is what I do. So hopefully you like it. And like Mr. Krenz says, if you guys really like it, maybe we can even talk him into bringing me out there. Don't tell him I said that though. All right. So one of the first things is we want to just get warmed up and stretched up a little bit. So we're just going to do a very light amount of stretching. Just to get the body warm. So what I want you to do is just move your feet apart. You're just going to take your hands, bring them up over your head, and then bring them down. And just try to put your fingers on the floor. And I want you to count to 10. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, bring it back up. You're going to take this hand, which will be my right hand, and it probably is your left side if you're looking at me. But if it's not your left side, it's your right side, it's fine. We're going to take the right hand, we're going to bring it all the way over and touch the opposite foot. And again, we're going to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we're going to bring it back. We're going to bring the other hand, and we're going to reach all the way over. And we're going to touch the other foot. And we're going to make that for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good, and bring it back up. What I want you to do now is move the feet apart. We call this a horse stance. Hopefully you guys call it the exact same thing. Knees are going to be bent, back is straight. Make sure your butt's not hanging out. Make sure you have a good straight posture. Bring our hands up to our face on either side, okay? Because you remember, if you ever have to take care of yourself, you don't want your hands down. You always want to make sure you keep your hands up so that you keep your face from getting popped. So what we're going to do is just going to turn, and we're going to let this hand come out, all right? So we're going to do what we term is what's called gyakuski, reverse punch. And we're going to bring it out. That's going to be the right hand. So as you turn, let your body totally turn, looking over to the opposite side, and let your hand come out. Now, here's where it's going to be a little bit tricky. I'm going to get a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to bring this hand up to the head, turn to the other side, and then let the other hand come out. So what we want to be doing is practicing covering our face the whole time. Always making sure, if anybody's ever throwing punches at you, you don't want to be racing for punches with your hands going all over the place. You want to make sure your hands are always up. So bring this to the side, hand comes up, turn to the other side, punch out. Now we're going to take that hand, and that's going to come up to the side of the face. We're going to turn, and we're going to bring that to the other side. So we're just going to keep this going back and forth. If your feet are turning, that's fine. It's not a problem. So we're going to go that side first now. So here we go. 1, hand to the head. 2, hand to the head. 3, hand to the head. 4, hand to the head. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I can't see it, but give a quick thumbs up if you understood what we were doing there, because we're going to do it again, but we're going to do it a little bit quicker. So,
All right, looks like they're ready for more.
really, really well. We're going to go to that side. But now what I want you to do is not just bring the hand up. You're going to bring the hand in a circular motion as you're covering your head. So it's going to look like this. All right? So nice and slow. It's going to come up, hit, and right from here, we're coming right back again with it. And right back again with it. Now, if I was facing you, it would be the same thing. Okay? No changes. Just that we're going to go side to side, just so we can get the waist moving and get the body moving. So here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nicely done. Shake your arms out, shake your legs out. And that's all we're going to do for warm-up. I don't want to take up a lot of time doing a lot of warm-ups. So, I'm not super familiar with how you guys would stand if you were sparring or fighting. But the way we stand is depending on how the person is approaching us would depend on the type of stance or type of position we would take with our body. What we term standing or fighting stances, the Japanese term is kamae, K-A-M-A-E. And what that, many people say that just means stance. A little deeper meaning is moment in time. So what that really kind of refers to is that what's happening in front of you is what's occurring in that second will determine how you're going to stand. So in other words, if a person's got a great jab, pop, 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 you wouldn't want to stand like this because you're going to get popped in the snoot all the time. So you're going to bring your hands a little bit differently. Make it a little bit more difficult for that person. You can see straight on, it's difficult to get to my face, okay? And the Japanese name for this particular stance is called ichimonji no kamae. So the stance of ichimonji. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take your right hand and you're going to put it up by your shoulder, all right? You don't want it over here, and you don't want this hand over here. This always reminds me of like, hit me, hit me. So I want to keep my face covered. My left hand is going to come up in a little bit of a bend, not with the elbow out, but with the elbow in tight. So you can see right away, my whole center line it's difficult for me to get hit, all right? I like that. I don't like to get hit all that much. So from here, what we're going to do is just allow this front hand to shoot out. Okay, very similar to a boxer's jab, okay, or a front punch. I think you guys call it front punch. So from here, again, right hand is by the shoulder, left hand is up in front of the face. So again, you can see that it's very difficult to get through to me. And the left hand is going to come out. And we're going to do 10 of those. So here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right? Hope everybody got that. Again, it's a little difficult for me to know if everybody's got it. So if you have a question, put it into the chat box, and then they can relay it over to me really quick, and I can try and answer it for you. All right. So that would be the front hand, coming straight out and straight back. The rear hand, again, the gyakuski like we were doing before, I'm going to keep this hand out of the way just so you can see what I'm going to do, is not going to drop down and then punch. We want to launch it right from here. And I don't know the exact Japanese term for this, but it kind of translates to what's called splatter vision, which means like a camera, if you take a picture of me, you can't focus on the back wall. That'll be out of focus. If you focus on the back wall, I'll be out of focus. And that's basically what you want to try and have happen to the person in front of you. You want them to focus on one thing, not on something else. Are we okay?
Emily, everyone in PRSON.
Why is
Can everybody hear me and see me, or are we having an issue?
Yep, we're doing good. We just got someone. I've got to mute.
Okay, no problem.
We're all
So,
good.
like I said, I'm going to keep this hand down just so you can see what I'm doing. So from here, we're going to turn just like we did before, but now my hand is going to come straight out and straight back and get right to this position. Don't bring it and bring it back like this or bring it back like this. You want to make a straight line as quick as possible. The quicker to the target, quicker back, less chance you have of getting hit. So just keep this hand out of the way for a moment. Put this hand here, turn, let that punch come out, and let it come right back again. And we're going to do that 10 times. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to add the left with the right. So from here, it's going to go 1, 2, and back in. You might say it's very similar to boxers where they stand like this and they do the same thing. The main difference is as a boxer, you can see I'm kind of open a lot. All right, body's open, face is open. When I switch to this position, a lot of this now becomes covered up and it's difficult, again, like I said before, to get hit. So from here, again, keeping that left hand in, right hand here, we're gonna go left hand, and as this left hand is coming back to the face, this hand's gonna come out and this hand is gonna stay right here. All right, so I don't wanna go like this. Because again, my face and my body are wide open. So as I come from here, this hand pulls back just as fast as this hand's coming out, and it's going to come right to my face. So you can see I'm still pretty covered up, all right? You can't cover everything, but I'm covering as much as I possibly can. So from our position here, left, right, and then back again. So here we go, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Everybody okay with that so far? We're good? All right. That's what we're going to take care of our hands right now. Let's do some leg stuff, okay? I know you guys are Taekwondo school, so your legs are probably going to look really, really, really good. My kick is a tiny bit different. We do have snap kicks, just like you guys do, snapping it out. But our predominant or our main weapon is what we call a maigeri, which means a front kick, okay? But it's a little bit different in that my knee is going to come up as close to my chest as I can get it, right up here. And then my foot is going to push straight out. So similar to a front thrust kick, the only difference being is that it's going to come with my heel. Now, the story that I was told, the way I was taught is that in the old days, the samurai, the ninja, the fighters would wear sharpened seashells or claws on their feet. So what would happen is when you kick out and you drop that foot down, you would scrape those sharpened seashells or the claws across their body, which of course would cause some significant damage. But what I like about it is it's a very close-in kick and it doesn't put a lot of strain on the back. Where this kick puts a lot of strain on the hamstrings and the back, this kick puts none. So what you're going to do is, again, let this knee come up. Try to keep that leg bent. I'll move back so you can see a little bit more. And then come out and then back again. So let's try to do that 10 times. If you have any questions, again, put it in the chat and we'll try to get to them and hopefully I can answer some of them for you. So remember our hands. Left hand is up. Right hand is here protecting our face. So right foot's going to be kicking. And here we go. We're going to count it on 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now I'm concentrating predominantly just on one side. I'm going to leave it to you guys to practice the other side. All right. I don't think I need to tell you that you have another foot or another hand. Unless you're an octopus, then you got 8 to pick from. So that's 2 punches and 1 kick. Everybody knows, I think you call it a roundhouse kick, you might call it a turning kick. And it's this style kick. Now our kicks are low. We don't kick high. We leave that to the hands The legs stay low. And my roundhouse kick, probably a little bit different than what you're used to. Most people will stand straight. I'm going to keep my hands out of the way just so you can see what I'm doing. And they'll turn and bring the kick around. That's okay. Nothing wrong with it. That was a style of kick that was started when they first started the kickboxing programs back in the 70s, the PKA, Professional Karate Association. My kick's a little bit different. My kick, I want it to come straight at the person. When it comes straight at the person, straight line, gonna have a little bit more power. It's also gonna be a little bit harder to stop, and it's gonna allow me to get out of the way of anything coming at me. So, again, I'm gonna keep my hands out of the way just so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna take my front foot, I'll take a step to the side. When I take a step to the side, I'm turning my toes to the side that I'm stepping to. As you can see immediately, if this is my straight line, I'm off my straight line. So if anything's coming at me, I'm pretty much out of the way. I like that. From here, this rear hand is going to come out. Comes out for two reasons. Number one, can you see my face? No, it's difficult. So my face is protected. I like protecting my face, like I said before. Number two, it's going to be flashed in the person's eyes or face. So hopefully, something coming at them, they're either going to block it or they're going to shy away from it however they want to move. As long as I'm getting them to react to something I'm doing, I can now do something else. So from here, again, I'm going to keep this hand out of the way just so you can see what I'm doing. Step, hand, round kick, and then back to my position again. So again, you see I'm covered up. I'm just, again, keeping this hand out of the way just so you can see what my body is doing. So from here, step, hand out. See, my face is nicely protected. From here, my kick comes straight down the middle, right back to my position. Now with both hands, it's going to look like this. This hand comes out like we talked about, but now this hand is going to come over to protect. So it's going to look a little bit like this. So again, you see, I'm trying to keep myself covered as much as possible. So if the person punches me, kicks me, they hit me in the arms, it's going to hurt, but it's not my body, which is going to hurt a lot more. So from here, step, cover, this hand comes over. So I'll keep this hand out of the way just so you can see what this hand is doing. So from here, stepping and turning my toes, that hand comes over to cover my face. So now I have two covers again. One of the things and theories that we try to work on is what we call the replacement theory. And what that means is that when one hand moves to a position, a hand or even a foot will take its place to try to keep me covered. It's a grappling theory also, that when you go to grapple with someone and you go to move something, you want to put a hand there to block them or a foot there to block them from taking advantage of you. So from here, step, hand out, other hand to the shoulder, round kick, come back, and then replace our hands back to where they had. Again, you can see I'm pretty decently covered up here. Difficult for you to get into me. So we're only going to do this 5 times because it involves a lot of motion. So front foot's going to step, rear hand comes out, front hand comes back, kick comes straight out, and we come back to our starting position again. So from here, here we go.
What part of the foot are we hitting with on this kick?
Say again?
What part of the foot are we hitting with? What's making contact?
You can use ball of the foot. You can use your toes. Again, in the olden days, they probably used their toes more than anything else because they didn't have sneakers or good shoes to wear. If you have a good pair of leather shoes on, use that toe, and it's going to just, again, create a lot more damage. All right, does that answer that question?
Yes, sir.
Okie dokie. So from here, step, cover, kick, come back. Step, cover, kick, come back. All right, so now if we've got the two body motions happening, step and cover, and then the kick, let's put it together in a little more quicker sequence. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. How does everybody feel with that? If you feel good with it,
Doing good, guys.
give a thumbs up.
Give me a thumbs up if you're doing awesome. We're getting it. There we go. Yeah, I'm
Nice.
getting a thumbs up. All right.
Good, good. All right. Now, like I talked about before, this is one way to stand if you are in an altercation of some form. We also have different styles of standing, different ways of standing, and I'll just go through those really quick. I don't expect you to kind of get them all, because I'm looking at the time and I see we're at 6:20 already. So, this, like I said, is ichimonji. This is called hira ichimonji, which means flat. I'm flat, all right? In other words, a straight line, but I'm facing the person. So again, if the person, I can be here and hit quickly if I need to. You have another stance called hoko. Hoko means bear, all right? So you want to kind of have that whole semblance of bear, like a big, powerful stance. So again, pop, you move in really quick like that. You have kosei no kamae. Kosei means sailor or pirate. So one hand would be low, cover for kicks. One hand would be high, cover the face. So this might be a person who has a good front kick. So you want to keep your lower body covered and your upper body covered so that you can't get kicked as easily, all right? You have doko no kamae. Now this may illustrate a little bit more why this particular term, kamae, means transition or a moment in time. Doko no kamae is this hand comes back up here. Now that doesn't mean you're going to stand here ready to go like this. That just might mean you might lock, cover, and bring this up. This hand comes to cover, you just doko no kamae, and then pop that punch out. Then you have hira, not hira. You have the swan stance, the crane stance. I know it sounds like Karate Kid, right? And this foot comes up, and these hands stay the same. So I'm standing there just like that. Now again, if you were sparring, or if you, God forbid, got into an altercation with someone, you wouldn't go, let's go, because that's kind of silly. But what happens if the guy throws a low round kick to your thigh? You see this in the MMA fights all the time. Leg kicks, very predominant. Well, what would happen if you went to kick my leg and I blocked it with my knee? Would do some damage to the person who's kicking. Now, I also want to make sure that, you know, in case they pull the kick or try to fake me, my hands stay up, so my hands would stay. So, let's practice this particular movement just to the position of the knee up, and try to hold our hands up at the same time. So again, from here, you're going to lean back onto this rear foot. This front foot, let me move back a little bit. This front foot will draw and come up. Now the trick to this is I'm not letting this leg hang in the air, all right? The Muay Thai guys like to block with their shin. I've done it, it hurts, I don't like it, all right? But they also kick rubber trees. I'm not kicking a rubber tree. So what I want to do is I want to take this foot and I want to stay and plant it on my other leg, right on my knee. So what this does, it gives stability to me to stand. I can stand like that all day long, but it also backs up this leg with another leg for power. All right, makes it difficult for it to be moved. So it's just going to come here and then back again. So our hands are up. If anybody remembers the name of this particular way of standing, it's ichimonji no kamae. So the round kick is coming, block, and then come back again. So from here, block, come back again. Block, come back again. Block, come back again. So we don't want to just block and come back again, so let's add something to that. So we're going to add the front kick off the leg that blocked right after the block. So what does that mean? That means that as I can keep my hands out of the way so you can see what I'm doing, I'm going to block, I'm going to kick, and I'm going to come back again. Block, kick, come back again. Reason why I want to kick quickly is because you want to take advantage of hopefully the pain that you may have caused the person when they bang their shin into your knee. So from here, block, kick,